As y'all can see, I've got 1 million coins in the top right hand corner and I have a 0 overall team, and today we're going to be building a full entire lineup with only 1 million coins. I'm not allowed to use free players like MUT Champions or MUT Level Masters, as well as if I want any training, I have to take it out of the 1 million coins that I have. So anyways, boys, let's get to building a team. Alright, so the first thing that I kind of want to do is just build our O-line. We have approximately around like 30 to 40k to be spending on each position, but obviously I kind of want to go cheaper on some of the stuff like O-linemen so I can spend more at like skill positions. So I'm going to start off by getting some decent O-linemen, and then we'll buy training to just power them up. I think I'm going to start off with this David Bakhtiari for left tackle. Only 750 coins, and that's our first purchase. Next up here at left guard, like I said, I don't really have a plan of attack right now, so I'm just going to go ahead and pick up the cheapest guys at left guard, center, and right guard, just because those positions on the O-line aren't as crucial as other positions. Right here, I guess we'll just go ahead and I'm going to go ahead and pick up Frank Ragnow because I think he's a little bit better than Cody Whitehair. It's only a 150 coin difference. And then right here, I'm going to grab Brandon Sheriff because he's a pretty solid right guard, so we'll go ahead and take him. And then last but not least, we're going to go ahead and pick up a right tackle. I kind of want to get a better one, so I'm going to go ahead and get Ryan Ramczyk. Alrighty, boys, so I just went ahead and powered all of them up, and this is what our O-line is looking like right now. Like I said, obviously not too great, but I want to spend more coins at skilled positions. Anyways, boys, just so we can have a little bit more of a visual of our team, here's what it's looking like right now. There is one thing that I do want to take advantage of in this video, which we're going to go ahead and do right now. And we're also going to be applying this step a lot throughout this video because it is a very kind of crucial way of getting cheaper players on a no money spent team. And since we have a 1 million coin limit, we need to do something a little bit creative. So at the time of recording this, the Backyard Ballers promo did just come out. And with that, you're able to complete a 97 overall set. And when completing that set, you get Nats/NCats back in return. So what we're going to go ahead and do is complete one of these sets, and it's going to give us number 1 and 97 overall, as well as some of the players back. I am going to get this Jimmy Graham card over the Micah Parsons. I'm not really a heavy runner as well as I would like to get a good user. I'm not really looking to snipe these cards. I'm just going to go ahead and buy them straight up. This is going to take a big dent out of our pocket, but as you guys are going to see, they're going to give us some really good players that we can use. And just like that, boys, we are already down to 700k, but we did just get ourselves a 97 overall card for the team, a 95 overall card for the team, and a 94 overall quarterback for our team, as well as we get a tight end and a right outside linebacker. Like I said, overall we spent like a lot of coins doing that, but it gives us a very solid lineup already. Brief little midfield pack for the daily objectives, AO. Anyways, boys, as of right now, here is our offense and here is our defense. Pretty solid, but we still have a lot of positions to get, so we do need to be a little bit more stingy with our coins that we're spending. Let's go back and get some of the more boring positions before we progress. So for a position like defensive tackles, I'm really not looking to get anything too crazy. I'm just gonna go ahead and pick up some pretty cheap guys, just around like 6k a piece. This will help us save on positions for sure, especially at ones that we don't really need, kind of similar to what we did at O-line. They're going to be decent enough to play though, as well as we're going to go ahead and pick up a pretty cheap fullback. This new Glover Stewart just came out, so we're going to go ahead and get him. I'd rather get Aaron Donald, but this Glover Stewart is definitely a little bit cheaper than the Aaron Donald. Now I'm going to go ahead and pick up kind of some more budget beastie type players, but it'll still be pretty good for our squad. Ooh, and right here is a Jalen Ramsey for kind of cheap. All right, so that's kind of a little bit of a snipe, a 30k Jalen Ramsey when he's selling for about 40k. Although he's not too budgety, he's a really great card, and I'm just going to go ahead and grab that. I want to grab one more tight end. It doesn't really have to be anything too crazy, so I'm probably just going to go 91 to 90 overall here, since we do already have that Andrew Thomas, but I do like to have at least 2 decent tight ends. So out of all of these guys right here, Cameron Brate is the cheapest due to the fact of him still being in kind of rerolls. So we'll go ahead and grab him. Not anything too crazy, but we'll go ahead and pick him up for sure. I also want to go ahead and grab like a wide receiver 3 or a wide receiver 2. Not really too sure what they'll be just yet. Richard Sherman's a solid option due to the fact that he does get abilities, as well as he's pretty cheap, and he's a pretty good card as well, so we'll go ahead and take him. Anyways, boys, here's the updated offense. The only guy I'm a little unsure of is Joe Mixon at quarterback, but I think we're gonna have to stick it out with him. And then going over to our defense right here, this is our defense. All right, boys, so the next move I'm going to go ahead and make right here is completing the 97 combine set. I'm not going to reveal the player just yet of who I'm going to do, but he should be pretty fun to use online, as well as it'll give us some pretty solid 94s that we can throw on our team as well. Alrighty, boys, we're going to be down to 300k here, so hopefully this isn't too big of a mistake. Only having 300k is going to kind of suck for building the rest of the team, but we now have a great running back, as well as we're going to get 4 94s that we can put on our team. The player I went ahead ahead and did was Chris Johnson. I'm really looking forward to using this card. I haven't used it yet, but I know he's pretty solid from what I've heard from other people. But like I said, we only have 300k left, so that'll be kind of tough. I'm definitely going to go ahead and grab this free safety card right here. I'm going to go ahead and pick up a cornerback as well. I'm going to go ahead and grab Deshaun Jackson, and I'm also going to get this Kaiser White. I'm pretty sure that's what his name is, so we'll go ahead and get him as well. I don't really like using middle linebackers, but he'll be solid enough to maybe have on our field. So yeah, let's go ahead and throw these guys in the lineup and see what we're working with now. Anyways, boys, here's our current offense right here. Here's our current defense. And honestly, for our defense, we don't really need a right end since we have Sean Taylor, and we don't really need an outside linebacker since we're going to go ahead and pick up a left end. So overall, we're actually not looking too bad right now. Like I said, we don't really need any right end, so I'm just going to go ahead and pick up this Yannick Ngakoue. I'm not even going to bother powering him up or anything. As well as we're just going to go ahead and pick up a random left outside linebacker. These guys aren't going to play like I said, so we really don't need anything special. They just need to be filled so we can actually load into a game. All right, so we're going to go ahead and do another set right here. This is going to give us another 4 really good players, and like I said, we're going to keep using this kind of NCAT. Not really a glitch, but it's a way to get us some pretty cheap players. I'm going to go ahead and do this. We're now down to 130k, and we're going to have a 95 overall Calvin Johnson, as well as 3 more 93s that are going to be pretty solid that we could add to our lineup. Right here, we get our 95 overall Calvin Johnson, and then out of these players right here, I'm going to go ahead and pick up, although he's not too great, we're going to grab DeAndre Hopkins, we're going to grab L'Jarius Sneed, and then we're going to also go ahead and pick up Vita Vea. All right, so the last position that we need to get is a left end. We've got a decent amount of coins to spend, but I do want to still get some trainings, so I'm going to go ahead and get this 94 to 95 filter try. And looking right here, Danielle Hunter seems to be kind of cheap right here, as well as he's kind of a beast that plays on my team, so I'm kind of fine going ahead and picking him up. This does leave us now with only about 61,000 coins to spend on training for abilities. That we already have some baked in abilities on some of those other players that we have on our team. But right here, we'll just go ahead and grab this 93 Reggie Wayne for 52,000 coins. Just like that, our team is basically going to be built. I'm going to go build the rest of it out, add some abilities. I'm going to show you guys the team, and then we'll go ahead and get into a house rules game. Alrighty, boys, as you guys can see, we have a 90 overall team. But before I show that off, if you do go on to enjoy the rest of this video, or if you've enjoyed it up to this point, make sure to hit that subscribe button, as only 8.9% of you guys are subscribed to the channel. But if you do, you can unsubscribe at any time. Anyways, let's get right into this. So as you guys have probably already seen, we've got Joe Mixon at quarterback. Don't really know how too sure I'm feeling about that. But anyways, we got a pretty solid halfback core, and we got a decent wide receiver core, a little slow with DeAndre Hopkins, and a little bit with Richard Sherman as well. We've got a pretty solid O-line, and we got a great tight end core. The abilities we're rocking with are right here. I forgot to activate these apparently, even though I had them activated originally. I'll just scroll through them. They're pretty solid. This kind of fits my play style, as well as the baked in ones on the other guys. Moving on over to our defense, it's actually pretty dang solid. Sean Taylor and Danielle Hunter coming off the edges, as well as a great secondary. And like I said, if you're intrigued for any of these types of ability type stuff, here are our abilities that we're running. We have 3 dudes with Lurker. I don't know how I feel about that, but I guess let's figure it out and let's go into a game. This Tyreek Carr does have 97 speed. I thought he'd be flying a little bit more, but we get Jimmy Graham, a big interception already. Holy cow. And he throws off a couple guys and he's still on his feet. Holy. We already forced a rage quit. Hopefully we can get a good play rolling. I think I see Deshaun Jackson wide open. Deshaun Jackson to the house. Let's go. Joe Mixon with the laser right there. Let's try to pound it into the end zone here with Vita Vea. It doesn't really matter because we get our point no matter what, but I wish we could have gotten in the end zone. All right, 1st and 25 on defense right here. Hopefully we can get something going. It looked like he was looking for that edge, but he hurdles with Night Train Lane and fumbles, and we grab the ball. What an awesome defensive stop again. And just like that, I think we have forced another rage quit. I wish I could get more gameplay. Everybody keeps quitting on me. If you enjoyed this video, hit that like and subscribe button, and peace out, boys.